Hello and welcome. Melanie McCool here. I'm excited to share with you some information that can totally change the way you think about yourself and your place in the world so that your world around you can change. And I'm going to have you understand definitively that literally the way that you think creates your world. And that you can look around your life right now in all of the different areas of your life and recognize the way that you've been thinking for the last 10, 20, or 30 years, because it's exhibited all around you. And it doesn't have to stay that way. If there's areas of your life that you'd like to change, if there are things that you could imagine could be improved in your world, then you have the ability to do that. You have the ability to do that quickly, easily, and what may feel like effortlessly. And that's far different from what you've been doing, I'll bet. All of that trying, all of that persistence, which is a good thing. But really, there's this, our conscious mind working so hard with our conscious mind, right? To improve ourselves. It can get really exhausting. And, there is a real difference between personal development so that you can grow and, change the world, and the type of personal development which is incessant because you are trying to prove that you're good enough. And there's a difference, a big difference. The type of work that you do, that you feel like you have to do, that feels like you've got to do this because you've got to change because things just aren't right in your world. That should be kind of a red flag, because what you really need to do is address things at a much deeper and fundamental level. And that's what we're going to talk about here today. We're going to talk about something that is a plague. And essentially, it's the inner critic. We're going to talk about how the inner critic can completely derail your entire life because, well, the way you think about yourself is going to influence how you behave in every area of your life, including your money. All right. So what I want to address is the truth, which is that your outer world reflects your inner. And that perception, you don't see the world as it is, you see the world as you are, right? You see the world through the filter of your own perception. And to give a little illustration of this, there's a plastic surgeon, Dr. Maltz, and what he would notice is that, he'd have people come in with all kinds of afflictions. And because they had, growths on their skin or different things that he was going to work on, they would understandably be pretty, sad, depressed even, right? And what he saw was that when he performed these procedures for people, some of them would, leave and come back for checkups and just be like incredibly, vibrantly happy. They were so grateful. They felt amazing because, well, what they saw in the mirror was a reflection of who they are. And other people would still be in a dark and ugly place. And in fact, they would even claim to see things that were no longer there. So what the heck is that all about? Well, it's because the blueprint, the programming, the inner story of the second class of people was one that saw themselves as defective, as ugly even. And no amount of external work on the conscious level was going to change that. But, this good doctor, he had plans, and he learned hypnotherapy to help his patients too. So understanding that this has everything to do with your being wealthy or not. It has everything to do with all of the action that you take in all of the areas of your life, because the way you think about yourself is going to change the way you feel. The way you feel is going to directly impact your actions. Your actions become your habits become your life that you see all around you. So you can look around and you can see how you've been thinking and feeling is all around you in your life right now. And it's not just in terms of your money. I'm talking about everything. The way that you think about yourself and your place in the world and your relationship with money is going to impact every single decision that you make or don't make. It affects everything that you see and don't see. And they've done study after study of this with in psychology. They actually they did a study of two groups of people. One that was, categorized as being genuinely optimistic, outgoing, vibrant, having a good outlook in life. And another that would be considered kind of miserable, right? Miserable, maybe logical, more realistic in their thinking, because they don't ever want to call themselves pessimists, right? People with a lack mentality. Okay, and they did a study where they had these people walk down a street, and on this road, they had strategically planted things like money in the crack of a sidewalk, a lottery ticket that had been scratched off and was winning numbers, right? They planted these things along the way on this walk, and then they recorded these humans. And as these humans walked down the street, the ones that considered themselves, lucky, optimistic, vibrantly, having a good outlook in life, well, they saw the money and they picked it up and they celebrated. And the others didn't even see it. They literally filtered it out. And then they caught one of them they could see that he saw the money, and he literally told himself in his mind, oh, that's too good to be true, and walked on by. You can't make this stuff up. But I don't have to make it up because you've seen it. Have you ever gone somewhere and I'll use the good side of it, because this has been in my experience more often than I can count. Gone somewhere and just been totally enjoying yourself, just like, this is lovely. What a wonderful time. And the person that you're with, just like, you glance over and you see them with like a sour look on their face, or they say something that's just completely like out of your perception. You didn't even consider that negative thing. Two different people, same situation, different perception. They're going to have a different outcome. And so you, in the position of living in the world where you have, you're watching me on a computer with internet access, you have incredible opportunity all around you. And you may not be magnetizing that good luck the way that somebody who is programmed to do so. So this law of attraction thing, what's that all about? These people, they seem to have, luck, like good luck. They magnetize good. It comes to them. However this works, right? No, what that really means is that those people have trained their minds, or their mind was already programmed this way because they were lucky by birth. They've changed their mind to look for the good all around them, to scan the environment, and then they have the inner belief to take the action when those things show up in their life. That's what the law of attraction is, folks. And you, regardless of birth or upbringing or experiences that you've had in life, which can be tough, right? Regardless of what's happened before, you have the ability to program your mind to be a money magnet. There's no question. But you got to change the way you think about money, about wealth, about yourself, about your place in the world, and how you relate to money so that you feel differently. So you make friends with money, right? And when you feel differently, when you make friends with money, then you're going to make different decisions in your day to day. You're going to take different actions. You're going to see things that you couldn't see before. This isn't magic. The law of attraction isn't some magical thing that you have to master. Man, people will definitely sell you on it. Like that this is some kind of process that is outside of your reach that you've got to learn as if it's coming to you from outside. It's never been from outside, folks. And I think you know that, or you wouldn't be watching me. I think that you probably know that the magician's actually in you, right? That all of this stuff has always been available to you. It was just that you didn't know something before that you're learning right now. And that you have inner resources that are just untapped. Or you've got inner resources that have gone unused because the, poverty programming, that old, the lies of the world around money, abundance, about what's available to you, they kind of keep it covered up, right? So, if you've got any of those beliefs that so many picked up from either their upbringing or from society or social media now, right? Hollywood, that, money's hard to come by, takes hard work, meaning you'll probably have to give up stuff like your health, your happiness, your family, or rich people are totally evil. I mean, come on, Hollywood. Thanks so much. You do such good for us. You teach us that, the villain is super rich, and and then also that the wealthy are, spending every penny, right? So you're keeping up with the Joneses because of Hollywood, and meanwhile, the money is the evil villain's toy. And well, there's no wonder that you're repelling it. It's no wonder that you keep yourself at a certain level. And even if I were to ask you, how much money would you like to make? Very few people will be like, oh, I'll take billions. Most people will say, oh, I'd be fine with a certain amount. That certain amount that what? That somebody has told you is good enough, that if you make more than that, then you're somehow a bad person. Give me a break. There's been more, you forget there's been more done good by wealthy people, but it's just the facts. You can do more with wealth, to change the world, right? Than if you don't have wealth. Mother Teresa, perfect example. And you may say, well, she had nothing. Right. She knew how to wield the abundance on the planet, knows. And, it's interesting story about Mother Teresa, which is true. Says she'll go in to ask for money, right? She'd go in and let's say she asked for $100,000. And they said, well, we're prepared to give you 50. And she'd say, I'm going to go pray about it. She'd get up, walk out, come back, and get more than 100. What's that tell you? Tells you, well, a few things. Tells you that actually it's unlimited resources. Ask and you shall receive, right? And are you like Mother Teresa or like the evil villain? Drop it in the comments. Who are you? Money is only going to amplify who you are. But one of the lies that you've been told is that you're somehow disobedient, or you're greedy, you're scummy, is something that one of my clients brought out of her subconscious, right? This, yeah, well, there are so many reasons that you have in the past kept yourself away from money. And it has all to do with what's going on between your ears. And so what I found is, I've been an entrepreneur myself for more than 20 years. And in working in sales and marketing, and then as a coach and consultant to entrepreneurs, to leaders, speakers, authors, change makers, right? What I found was that these geniuses, these amazing people, all seem to have this kind of affliction, which was completely overqualified and underpaid, right? That no matter what level of personal and professional development they'd engaged in for years and years, that they would still struggle in this space. They'd either have a feast or famine going on, meaning consciously they'd go after the money and then they'd put the brake on, right? Some kind of self-sabotage or procrastination, which is a form of self-sabotage, and they'd come back down. And so somehow they hit this wealth ceiling, that level that they had told themselves was okay, somewhere in their subconscious, right? So these brilliant people, amazing people who have the ability to impact the world in such a positive, fantastic way, not just unable to make the impact because they didn't have the wealth, but also, feeling like they were less than, the imposter syndrome all over the place, right? And all it really takes, this is why I became a hypnotherapist, because I saw this all around me all the time. And I realized it's just a little tweak, just a little, shift in the way they think about themselves, their place in the world, and their relationship with money. That's all it takes. And this is why I work at the level of the subconscious mind, the back of your mind, where all of those limiting beliefs live. Because obviously all the work that you've been doing, consciously hasn't made those shifts, right? Or that course and that certification or that conference, then everything would have changed for you, right? If consciously it was that easy. But subconsciously, it's actually far easier. In fact, it seems almost miraculous. So, my clients report things that are, seemingly miraculous things happening. That law of attraction kicking in, right? They're able to see and act upon things that they weren't able to see and act upon before. See, one, meaning the filter changing, wealth filter versus a poverty filter, and act upon, which is another major level of it, meaning having the compulsion or the confidence and compulsion to go for it, to take risks, trusting in a good outcome. Because if you don't ever take risks, you don't get any outcome, right? So if you've been contracting, especially with what's going on in the world, it's no wonder, right? But if you've been contracting, then understand all it really takes is a shift for you on the inside. And that's exactly why I created Program for Prosperity, because I'm going to teach these magnificent geniuses, right? These manifestors, right? Magnificent manifestors. Every single one of you are. Teach them how to change the way they think about themselves, their place in the world, and their relationship with money, so that, the world outside can be a better reflection of what's inside. So if in the past you can see what your inner blueprint has given you, you can see the reflection of it, the way you've thought about yourself and about money for the last 10, 20, or 30 years is all over your life. If you'd like to have a different 10, 20, or 30 years going forward, heck, the next 1 year, What if your life was miraculously different 6 months from now? What if I told you that that's the level that we work at, that you dial in something that is so precise and so perfect for you, and you just don't even really know what the outcome of that can be. And you make just those tiny shifts. And you know, the interesting thing is that you may not even be the one to see those shifts so clearly. We're often the last ones to see the changes in us. Now, I'm not saying you're not going to see them, because that's what we do is we record our wins, we bring them back, and we can reflect and go, oh my goodness, this is such a different, month than last month, simply because I've changed the way I think about things, and the things that I'm looking at are changing all around me. But I will tell you that, interestingly, you've got to keep those journals, because you may forget how different things were, but somebody else will see you in the new year and go, my goodness, what's different? What's going on? What have you been doing? What have you been up to? And that's actually been my experience recently, is people who've known me for a really long time tell me that I seem happier, more like me. And that would probably be the truth, because, well, I've been applying the very things that I teach, right? Of course. And so what I thought would be fun today. So first, I absolutely want to make the invitation to you to become part of the Program for Prosperity group. We're actually kicking off next Tuesday evening at 7. But tomorrow, the portal will open. Yes. Actually, I mean that the course information will be open in the members area, but saying the portal opens is much cooler, isn't it? So what I've decided to do is that I'm opening the bonus windows. So the bonus being that if you get started by tomorrow night, so October 1st, the first of the month, figure first day, good day for change. It's also the full moon, my friends. Mm-hmm. So get started by tomorrow night, and I'll extend the bonus to you, because you can benefit from having an hour session with me before we actually roll out. Okay, so what that looks like is we'll be on Zoom, and I'll help you to dial in what your most precise changes can be that'll make the biggest difference to move the needle in your life, right? So essentially, I'll dive in with you to uncover your number one block to prosperity, so that you can then, work with that very specifically through Program for Prosperity. I'll be teaching you self-hypnosis so that you can get in there and make those changes at a subconscious level, and it'll feel easy. You're going to essentially, I'll call it a course, because you're going to learn self-hypnosis, but my goodness, this will be the most stress relieving course you'll ever be a part of. Yeah. And so to give you a little bit of insight on what that's like, in a moment here, I'm going to hypnotize you. Sounds good, right? I'm going to chill out, little chill pill here on a Wednesday. Not a bad thing. We're going to give that inner critic that may have kept you small here a little bit of a push out of the way. That's what a hypnotherapist does. This gets the crap out of your head that doesn't belong there, right? So I do invite you to become part of Program for Prosperity by tomorrow night to claim that bonus. And when I'm done here, I'll drop the link for you to take advantage of that. And I look forward to seeing you in the Prosperity Lounge. We'll be live on Zoom on Wednesdays here all the way up until the week before Thanksgiving. So awesome stuff. All right. So now what I wanted to do, since we've been talking about the way that you think about yourself, your place in the world, and your relationship with money, what I am so aware of is that so many people have a negative, well, our brain is a negative bias machine. That's not even a question. But have a negative self-talk that they may or may not even be aware of. And so before we even really can get into your relationship with money, we've got to address that part of you, right? So that you can be kind and loving to yourself first. Because really the most important words you'll ever hear are the words that you say to yourself. And when you tell yourself that you are unlucky or unworthy, this may be happening unconsciously. I can't imagine that you're going to walk around talking to yourself this way. But you know what? The fact is, some people talk to themselves in ways that they wouldn't allow anybody else to talk to them like. They're mean and abusive to themselves in their own heads. If that's you, I've got a process for that. And I would highly suggest that you get started with Programming for Prosperity, because that's just one of the things that I work with my clients with individually. And if you get started by tomorrow night, I can do that as a one-on-one session. Whereas is the group, you work in group. Can't necessarily do that type of work, but we can do that if you get started by tomorrow. It's $1,000 value. So you probably want to take advantage of that if you've got a real harsh inner critic. All right, so now we're going to work a little bit on that inner voice of yours. And my goodness, if you've got wonderful self-esteem and confidence and you're amazing, bless you, let's give that a boost. Why not? Right? The happier you are, the more vibrant you are, the more you shine in the world, right? The more you encourage others to do the same. So we can all use a little dose of inner sunshine, right? That's definitely a good thing. All right, so now if you'd like a dose of sunshine, can you just type sunshine in the comments for me? Little inner sunshine, little love for yourself, a little joy, right? We could all use that. And it's just a nice thing to do on a Wednesday night here, to chill out, right? To find yourself in a place of accessing your own inner resources, your own inner magician. Have you heard the word placebo? It means the magician that lives within, the physician, physician that lives within. And the placebo effect essentially is when you've got, they do here's the medication, here's the sugar pill, and here's the nothing. And what they find is that some people that take the sugar pill get the same or better results than the people on the medication, because your inner physician has everything available to it. It's just you weren't told that you were that powerful. And so when you're in hypnosis, your inner magician, I'm going to call it the magician, your inner physician does work for you. It does work to turn on your parasympathetic nervous system, to turn on your own rest and digest, restore and renew chemicals. Being in hypnosis actually turns on anti-aging properties in your body. Yeah, so maybe that's another reason to be programmed for prosperity. You'll have a whole library available to you. All right, so are we ready? If we're ready to go into hypnosis, got to give the disclaimer, right? Got to give the disclaimer that says, if you have a psychiatric condition or epilepsy, please do not partake in this hypnotic session. Hypnosis is completely safe and a wonderful healing modality. However, if you have any of those conditions, you may want to consult your physician before you act in any way in hypnosis. You can also send me a message and I can directly address your concerns if that's the case. And also, if you are listening to this on recording or you're driving right now, don't do it. Just stop. It'll still be here when you can relax someplace safe. All right, so now we're ready to go into hypnosis. And are you ready to go into hypnosis? You can comment. And if you're ready for me to help you to go into hypnosis, you can comment. All right. So just resting comfortably now. You may want to put your feet flat on the floor. I always like to have my hands up in a receiving position, right? It just feels good. And you can even let your mind know. You can even say the words out loud that it is safe for me to heal. And so now, just feeling safe and calm, completely at ease. If you'd like, you can close your eyes down and just give yourself permission, taking this time just for you. As nobody wants anything, nobody needs anything. You can just relax for a while and just let go. And you can let go of anything that might normally distract you. And you can just allow your mind to drift. And you can just rest, completely assured that if anything at all were to require your immediate attention, you'd instantly be capable of taking care of it. But for right now, there's nothing at all to stop you from taking this time to just relax and enjoy that feeling of returning to your natural state. Just turning your attention inward and returning to your natural state of simply being. And just allowing yourself to let go. So good. And you can just imagine now a beautiful white light, a radiant white light. And it's just reaching out to you, sending rays of protection to soothe you, warm you, comfort you. And as it hovers above you, it shines clearly and brightly. And it's always there, always ready and available for you. And you may see this light, this vibrant light with a tinge of violet, gold, sparkles perhaps, being projected downwards, right towards you. And you can just imagine that with every breath you take, this light is being drawn closer and closer to you. Closer and closer until the warmth is touching you. Gently wrapping itself around you, all around your entire body, as if you're wrapped in a blanket of this soothing, calming light, protecting you from any external negativity. Just knowing the light's there to protect you. You don't need to concern yourself about anything at all. You can just allow yourself to feel relaxed, comforted, and free. Free to relax and enjoy the feeling of having nothing at all to worry about, nothing to think about, nothing other than the here and now. And right here and now, all you're focused on is the air that you breathe. And breathing in deeply, filling your lungs, expanding your ribs with that beautiful life-giving air that surrounds you. Feeling content, knowing your body is being nourished with that oxygen and that abundance of energy, pure, universal energy that is your life force. This energy is yours. It's abundant in every breath you take. As you deeply breathe in, expanding those lungs, knowing it can be directed by your mind to do anything that you want it to do in any way that you want it to do it. And so breathing deeply and easily now, ask your mind to direct your pure, calming, relaxing energy to travel all the way around your body. From the very top of your head, all the way down to the tips of your toes. Breathing in pure relaxation and directing it to every muscle, every fiber, every cell of your being. With every breath you take, you direct yourself to let go. Letting go of all the tension. Every muscle and nerve just letting go. Replaced with a deep sense of pure relaxation. And any part of your body that doesn't feel totally comfortable, you can just direct that energy to that place now. Any discomfort being bathed in that beautiful energy. Relaxing, allowing your whole body to become limp and loose. So you're just like a handful of rubber bands tossed there. All the way from the very top of your head, all the way down, deep down, to the soles of your feet. As you continue to breathe deeply and easily now, allowing yourself to let go and relax. Letting go of all strains and tensions. Simply allowing it to evaporate and disappear as you become more and more relaxed. You can just let go of anything that no longer serves you and watch as it floats upwards and drifts away, leaving you feeling calmer and more relaxed. Much calmer and much more relaxed with each and every breath you take. Feeling more peaceful and completely relaxed. And perhaps you're so relaxed now, You may even be thinking it would simply take too much effort to move right now, and that's just fine. And I'm sure you could move if you wanted to, but it would be understandable if you choose to just stay there and relax. Indeed, why would you even want to move when you can stay there and enjoy the peace, the feeling of being so deeply comfortable, so relaxed? And as you're so relaxed, I wonder if you're aware that there is a deeper level of relaxation, one that is so much deeper than the one you're experiencing right now. And I'd like for you to have the pleasure of experiencing this much deeper level of relaxation. And so if you're ready, I'd like for you to imagine the biggest, softest, fluffiest cloud you've ever seen. And this cloud is floating just beneath you, waiting to support your body as you sink deeper and deeper down. And as I count down from 10 to 1, as the numbers drop lower, your body will sink further and further into the cloud, allowing yourself to feel more and more relaxed with every number you hear. 10, sinking deeper and deeper into the cloud, just allowing yourself to let go. 9, deeper and deeper as you feel that cloud wrapping around you. You feel sleepily and just deeply relaxed. 8, deeper still. As you allow that cloud to cushion your entire body, as you feel deeply relaxed. 7, drifting, dreaming, dropping. Allowing the cloud to take the entire weight of your body, and you're becoming so sleepy, yet you'll remain just awake enough. 6, deeper and deeper down, being totally supported, so you can completely let go. Deeper down in pure relaxation. 5, sinking so deeply now, your body's feeling almost weightless now. Sleepier and so relaxed. 4, still deeper. Very deeply relaxed now, so sleepy. 3, you've lost all sense of having a body now. As you fall deeper and deeper, so much deeper down. 2, only aware of your mind and my voice now. As you intertwine with and become one with the cloud, you're sleepier and more relaxed than you've ever been before. 1, you're the deepest possible level of pure relaxation. Only aware of your thoughts and my voice now. You're free to let your mind wander anywhere you'd like. And you don't even have to pay attention to what I'm saying if you don't want to. You're free to dream about whatever you please. And you may occasionally hear something I say and then drift off again. And that's okay, because you don't have to listen to me to benefit from this experience. Your subconscious does the listening and hears every word I say. Your subconscious mind is now open and ready to receive, to take in new suggestions, new ideas, new concepts, and new ways of looking at things. These suggestions will have an immediate and lasting effect upon your life. As the unique and valuable person that you are, you love yourself and show yourself respect. And you have the confidence to expect others to also treat you with love and respect. And you have the confidence to reject any negative comments because you know you're a very interesting person. And others enjoy listening to what you have to say. You know yourself very well, and you like this person that you know. You're well aware of your own intentions. You don't need to worry if others who don't know you very well misinterpret your words or your actions. And there are millions and millions of people on this planet, each and every one of them completely unique. And it's not your job to accommodate all those people. You can listen to what they have to say, and if you agree, that's fine. If not, you can respectfully reject their belief and have the confidence to stand by your own. And every time you have the confidence to stand by your own beliefs, it has the effect of making you feel more confident. And you're feeling more and more confident each and every day. And you can walk around with your head held high, confident and proud of the fact that you are a kind, loving, and understanding person, full of compassion, who has a lot to offer. And if other people have not yet recognized this, you now have the confidence to make them notice. You have a voice. You use that voice. And when they do notice and start to compliment you, you can and will accept the compliment, knowing it is well deserved. And you can feel proud and confident about yourself. And with your new self-confidence, you can be more assertive and sure of yourself, more willing to go for and achieve your goals. And with each and every goal you achieve, no matter how small, your confidence and your self-esteem just grows and grows. And you will feel happy that your social life has improved now that you have the confidence to approach others and start those deep and meaningful conversations. You find people are very receptive to you. They're charmed by your warm nature, your natural, easy style. You're so authentically you. You have the confidence to make your own suggestions. As you realize you don't need to just go along with others unless you feel others' suggestions are better than yours. And sometimes you may think they are, and other times maybe not. But you have the confidence to make up your own mind and stand by what you think, and others will respect you for this. And you'll learn new and exciting things because you're no longer shy about bringing attention to yourself. You have the confidence to ask questions and the intelligence to understand the response. And you're feeling so much more self-assured. You have the confidence to ask more questions, and your knowledge increases, giving you more confidence still. And you're feeling so happy and content with yourself. And therefore you have no need to judge others. And if others judge you, You can just feel compassion because they don't have the same confidence in themselves that you have in you. And you'll feel good and thankful for the opportunity to prove to yourself that you have the ability to be compassionate. And this, as you recognize, has increased your self-worth and your confidence in yourself. And now when you look in the mirror, it pleases you to see this vibrant, confident, self-assured, kind, caring, compassionate, and completely unique person smiling back at you. As you look in your own eyes, you remember to tell you, I love you unconditionally. I love you unconditionally. As you see that vibrant, confident, self-assured, kind, caring, compassionate, and completely unique person smiling back at you. And in just a moment, I'll count from 1 to 5. You'll come back to the room, feeling better than you've felt in a long, long, long time. And these feelings will stay with you. They'll grow stronger by the day, by the hour, by the moment. And so now, with 1 and 2, you may want to wiggle your toes a bit. 3, taking a nice deep breath. 4, bringing that air up behind your eyes, your brain waking up with 5. Coming all the way back now, eyes open, feeling good, feeling relaxed. All unusual feelings fade away. And well done. Now, isn't hypnosis fun? If you enjoyed that, please drop a comment. Let me know how you're feeling now. And, and if you're a meditator, please drop your comments about how hypnosis is for you versus meditation. Of course, I'm both a meditator and a hypnotherapist and a very happy hypnotic subject. The difference between meditation and hypnosis is that hypnosis is like meditation with a goal, and a hypnotherapist essentially throws you into meditation. So it's very easy for you to just go into that wonderful space. And in Program for Prosperity, you'll be learning self-hypnosis. So you can take yourself to this wonderful place anytime at all, even when you only have 10 seconds. Imagine that. Reaching this calm, relaxed resource state in a matter of moments. It's available to you because you're the magician. Remember that. All right, with that, I'm going to wrap up tonight. I'm back on Friday. On Friday, we're going to talk about how that old fear of failure might be affecting you in your life. So you may want to come back for a hypnosis to ditch the fear. That I'll say good night, everybody.